Okay, good enough. So I'm sure an expedition's done.
Take a look at this. What?
Unyielding. Still haven't gotten that last item. Victory rate up. That's good.
Children's clothes. More odd junk, huh?
She's so pretty.
Is that actual clothes that Laphicet can use? Nope. Okay. You 238 attack. 191 arts. What are you supposed to be good at? Yeah, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. What?
I'll follow your orders.
We'll give her a shot. But it's probably likely that Eisen's gonna have to pop on in. Let's see. Sure, that's fine. Commander of the Sea. We'll go check over here real quick. And those did respawn. Nice. I actually forgot to do something. I need to do that real quick. 1 second. Okay, okay. Lighting got all screwed up again. Lighting got all screwed up again. Alright, whatever. There goes the dogs. I don't know what to do about the lighting on this camera. I mean, the lighting in here is not great. But it was just fine a couple minutes ago. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. These freaking dogs.
Let's get started.
Alright. Oh my goodness.
This fight is over.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm ready for this.
I'm gonna give her a shot. Oh, do you not have a soul break thing? No, what are you doing, man?
Are you hurt? Can you stand? Yeah.
Well, she seems okay. I need to go to you. Do not use your blast gauge.
Let's get started.
Wow. I'm dead already. That was kind of cool.
I refuse to fall here.
Oh, I was trying to catch him from behind.
I won't improve by fighting weaklings.
Alright, you finally mastered that. Which means you can move on to that. What is this? Okay, it's just kind of blah. So that's a jumping thing. I can't jump yet.
Poe is ready to fight.
Body.
Hey, is everyone all right? Huh? This stone.
It's just a rock. Take it if you want.
I think it's really rare. The way it sparkles. I think it might even be bright steel.
Bright steel? Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's actually a rare metal used to forge weapons and stuff. You don't find it just anywhere.
If there's bright steel here, that means we must be in either Endgand or Islegand. Both are a long ways off from Midgand. I doubt the Abbey has many people stationed out here.
That's our pirate! Arr! Here there be treasures shiny and sentries few!
At the very least, this could mean we'll be left alone for a while. Nice find, Laphicet.
Thanks.
Now wash your hands.
Okay.
What's eating you, Laphicet?
If people say you can't judge women at face value, does that mean you can with men?
Sure. Men are simple creatures.
Men are simple.
Oh! You talk like you're an expert in all things masculine. But you can only speak for your own family.
As if you're one to judge.
And I'm sure you've charmed a magnificent lord to be your lover.
Sure.
What does he look like? Is he tall?
None of your business.
Don't tell me. He was always on the other side of a swinging door, so you only saw his feet? I see. What a lovely crush that must be.
I read that story. It was a book called The Legs of a Man.
Oh? I've never heard of it.
I've read it too. It's a sad, bittersweet tale. But I enjoyed it quite a lot. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it.
Maybe when I have some free time after killing Artorias.
I just wanted to know if men could be judged at face value.
It's not often you find bright steel above ground. I hear it's a lot of trouble to unearth, even in the regions it's normally found.
Yeah. Mining for minerals takes a lot of specialized techniques and experience on the part of the prospector. They examine the soil, the water, the plants, and so on, where the same mineral was found before. Then search similar environments for the next big find.
Sure, but it's not like they succeed every time. It's all a big gamble. Isn't there a simpler way?
I read in a book once that you can use a pendulum to find water and metals underground.
It's called dowsing.
What's dowsing?
You hang the pendulum so it's facing the ground. Then you chant the magic word, Magic Kazam, and wait to be amazed. The little bit of ore on its tip will sniff out buried treasure in underground lakes like a bloodhound on a prickle bore.
You don't seriously believe this.
It's just like fortune telling. You win some, you lose some. That's why they call it prospecting.
So, if pendulums are used for fortune telling, why the hell is Zavid running around using them as weapons?
He uses wind to control its trajectory. I think it's easier for him to manipulate pendulums in a fight than something like a whip or a rope.
Oh, that makes sense now. That seems pretty clever.
He's probably also doing it to make himself stronger, too. Malakim broadly fall into 4 elemental types: earth, water, wind, and fire. Each strong or weak against the others. Wind beats earth. Zavid is a wind Moloch, so when he obtains earth element minerals, his own strength is boosted.
I never realized Malakim could be so calculating.
Then if pendulums react to a Moloch's powers, maybe they can actually do this dowsing stuff like Magilu says.
Yeah, it's worth taking that thing seriously. Zavid might like to joke around, but when it comes to fighting, he knows full well just what he's doing.
He puts an awful lot of thought into that weapon of his, if you ask me.
You don't?
I spare all my thoughts for my sweetheart.
Yeah, right. You just like to cause trouble without putting much thought into anything.
Oh, Magilou, you're so amazing. Wow, you stole my kill.
I still need a lot of training. Is training hard? It's necessary, so no, I don't think so.
Classic honor roll student.
Always ready to fight.
I was gonna say it was too early, but it worked out.
That was a considerably powerful enemy.
Wow, 600 experience. Verbenna.
You there. Got a moment?
Ah! Are you guys with the sword breaker?
The what?
Get away from me!
Really?
I'm sorry, alright?
Real class act. Attacking as you apologize.
Hold still! See this? Under pressure!
Wow, he stole one of my souls. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, so that's absorb. Okay. Take that free item.
sword! Please, mighty demon, I beg you! I'll do anything, just spare me!
I only wanted to ask you something.
You don't have to worry. This woman here is an exorcist. Huh? Right. I'm Eleanor, a praetor exorcist. Please, remain calm and hear our questions.
You do look like an exorcist, but what are you doing with ruffians like these?
Top secret Abbey business. That's all I can say. Now, can you tell us where we are? And are there any ports nearby?
You don't know? You're on Cadnick's Island in Islegand. The port is at the other end of that ravine.
I'll send a Sylph J to the Von Altea.
Thanks.
One more question. Who's this sword breaker?
Ah, he's a demon. Causes lots of trouble around these parts. He only attacks sword fighters, and he breaks their blades. He's even taken down a number of praetors.
Hence the name Swordbreaker.
He wields a fine sword, clearly forged in a foreign land. I tried to find his lair to steal the weapon for myself, but that's when I was attacked.
A foreign sword.
I'd be careful if I were you. If he spots that sword on your back, you'll be in a world of trouble.
Sounds like a real nasty fellow.
Well, he tries to pull anything on this demon, and he's in for one munchy crunchy surprise.
You folks are all crazy.
Either way, I'd say this is a blessing in disguise for you. You're lucky to still be alive. Take this chance to abandon your life of crime.
Yeah. Sucker. Okay.
Let's find that port and meet up with our ship.
Can you read any of this old writing?
No. I've studied many languages, but I've never seen script like this before. Can you read it, Eleanor?
I've never come across this language either. Where did you find a rare tome like this?
Well...
It was a lucky find at the Capitol. What can I say? The kid loves to read.
I was surprised to see how many Malakim like to read. Genfu does a lot of reading too.
I didn't know that.
It's true. I'm not sure what he's been reading though.
Did someone call for me?
Bienfu, do you like to read too?
Oh, yes. Books are a treasure trove of knowledge. But I'm a greater Malakim, so the literature I enjoy might be a bit above your level, Laphicet.
How to talk a human female into becoming your vessel. And physically escalating with cuties.
Bien?
Physically escalating. What does that mean?
You
don't
really
need to
don't
know.
need to know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm confiscating all of these.
And I have some questions. Bienfu, you better be ready for a thorough interrogation.
Bien!
You look like you're having fun, Roguro.
Well, I'm a yaksha.
A yaksha. A spirit of war.
Yeah, a demon that lives for combat.
But this sword breaker has cut down exorcists with its foreign blade. Aren't you scared?
Of dying, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of dying. It's more that I'm afraid of not being alive.
Huh?
Fighting is my life. It's all I want to do. So I fight. That's what living means to me.
Living only to kill. A demon is always going to be a demon.
Well, if you're gonna be blunt.
Oh.
I challenge you!
Come on, really?
Take a look at this.
Still haven't gotten
Scout.
the freaking last button yet. Come on, man.
I challenge you!
Whoa. Oh my gosh, that's how you quickly swap characters. This changes everything. Oh my gosh, this changes everything.
Not bad.
You too.
Now I can go all out with my attacks. And I don't have to... Wait a second. I'm confused by this map. Adjust height. There we go.
I won't run away!
Hey, is everyone alright?
Somebody must have something. Aqua ring. Oops, that's an earth ring. We got 2 aquas. And that's a bad mamma jamma. Gonna go grab the chest first. What if I can sneak up on it?
Are we ready
That's
for
no.
this?
Oh, I don't want to swap to you. I didn't want to swap to you either.
Killing flash! But I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero!
Okay. No, no.
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
Hey, that's what I've been looking for. Oh, that's not what I've been looking for. It doesn't actually show them on the map. It just shows how many are available. Right? Right.
Don't waste my time. I'll cut down anyone in my way.
I forgot that people had mastered stuff. So, you still don't have the amber. I mean, that one's pretty bad. By pretty bad, I mean pretty freaking bad. There's really no reason I should want that, so I'm gonna ignore it. Alright, you can move on to the Void Ring. You just mastered the Void Ring, so you can move on to the Fire Ring. Eleanor's working out so far. I'm gonna save it.
Be ready.
Really?
You're not hurt, are you?
No.
Should turn on the light. Oh, it's stuff. You just mastered the battle garment. Sure, we'll give you that one. Increases SG cost. You know, I'm gonna equip that for right now. Oh, interesting. Come on. Well, that's worthless. What do I have right now? I mean, this is actually not terrible for me either. Commander of the Sea. Ooh. I mean, that's just really good. Have you finally gotten something worth having? Nope, so we'll grab you that. You... might as well go with this. Actually, I should go with this one. Okay. So down that way is possibly the way to go, so we'll go over here.
What's wrong?
An enemy.
That sword. Is that Stormquell?
A demon wielding a foreign-made sword. You must be the sword breaker.
Okay. Very weak to martial arts. Which means you're very weak to my square.
Not much for conversation, are you?
Silence, they say, is only commendable and here it comes!
Wow, you stunned me. Oh, what happened? Need to back on up. Oh, I haven't seen this one. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'm holding down. Thank you. Want some more?
He's still moving.
I'll take this one. Come and get me!
You're gonna have to bust out the sword, man.
Good, a challenge!
Look out!
Don't interfere!
What do you think you're doing?
Touch me and I'll kill you.
Sorry. I just got a little riled up.
Do you know that demon?
No, but I know his sword. A blade called Stormquell.
Stormquell.
Whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with us. Let's just get to the port already.
And only 0.72. Interesting.
On to battle!
That was Heaven's Promise. That was very...
Hey, is everyone all right?
Let's see. So what's... Is this like an upgrade? They're both exactly... Oh, while in Therian form. Okay.
I challenge you!
This fight is over.
Okay, that's gonna prove to be more challenging than I want it to be.
I won't run away!
Really need to kill these guys before they kill everybody.
I hope I did a good job.
Lavi said, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
I thought he was going to kill you.
Yeah, I know. You were just doing what you thought was right.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's good then. I didn't give you a clear enough warning to stay out of it. If it ever happens again, I'll give you a proper warning.
You really don't want me to help you? Even if your life is at risk?
Yup.
Why?
Actually, I'm not too sure myself.
Huh?
There's somebody out there I need to defeat by my own hand. I want to strike him down. I want to triumph against him. And to do that, I need to be a better swordsman.
Someone you have to defeat.
In a sword fight, yeah. And I'll do anything to ensure I come out on top in the end. No matter how much it costs me. Life, limb, hell, even my heart and soul, I'll pay it. Those feelings have been so central to me for so long. I lost my dang humanity somewhere along the way.
Why do you need to win that badly?
To be honest, beats me. Maybe it has to do with me being a demon. Or maybe that's why I became one. Either way, it's more important to me than life itself.
More important than life.
But still, I owe you for saving me back there. There's no victory pose in store for me if I'm dead.
Okay. Is that how you thank someone for saving your life?
Huh? I'm just being honest with the little guy. And no offense and all, but why do you care?
You don't even think it disrespectful? You truly are a demon.
Yep. Big old demon.
You better be ready. This fight is over.
Bamboo stack. Oh, this is the way I'm supposed to go. Herp. Dirt. I mean, I knew that because of the cutscene that played out, but, you know, sometimes special things happen. I don't want to fight you. Oh, there's another one over here. Interesting.
Always ready to fight.
whatchamacallit.
Are you hurt? Can you see me?
Scout.
This is the beginning. That does not count as one of the chests. Wow.
I'm ready for this.
Oh my gosh, that movement speed. Okay, that one
We won, right?
move just wasn't
Right?
working. Alright, so somewhere I'm missing a chest. Man, my eyes are killing me.
Now why does that name sound so familiar?
Hey, Eleanor? Thanks for stepping in earlier.
Think nothing of it. My orders are to protect you, so I did.
Oh, I see.
Of course, orders or no orders, I'd save anyone under threat from a demon. Well, how noble.
Oh, I got it!
Got what?
The tragic tale of the Sword Stormquell. Gather round and listen, oh grimy travelers. Once, centuries past, there was a sword renowned the world over for its peerlessly sharp edge, its forger shrouded in mystery. So mighty was each swing of the sword, it produced howling winds that could level mountains. No other sword could match its power. The people, in their superstition, began to call it the Godblade.
This Godblade, is it Stormquell?
Shush! The tale is merely beginning. Now, there was one man who was truly enamored with the Godblade. His name was Kurogane, a blacksmith of wondrous talent. His heart was set on forging an even greater sword, And he had a name in mind for this sword. Stormquell, the sword to conquer the Godblade's roaring winds.
And did he make it?
Kurogane forged scores of challengers to the Godblade, but each would-be Stormquell was shattered by the implacable howling wind. Some say the wielder of the Godblade chopped off his head. Others say he took his own life. The truth is lost to the dusty cobwebs of history. But perhaps he, and his grudge towards the Godblade, somehow yet live.
A grudge that spans centuries.
You hear tall tales like this all the time. That sword and its inscription we saw were probably just inspired by the legend.
Perhaps. But if that's the real Stormquell, we should all sleep with one eye open tonight.
What makes you say that?
Because that Godblade Kurogane wanted so desperately to top has been passed down through my family for generations. Its name is Stormhowl.
In other words, we could well bump into your armored friend again. Let's hurry it up.
Kurogame. Man, there's nothing over here.
Always be on guard!
Wait. The zombies are casting spells? Come on, man. I need to stop wasting that.
Did you see that? I beat it!
I was about to complain right there, but I gotta break a rock just to get 3 spirits. Come on. Slow board. That's gonna come in handy because all these guys slow. It's super obnoxious.
I won't run away!
Nice.
Well then, let's move on.
Alright, you finally mastered that. Let's get you on that.
Always be on guard!
Wow. Big
I
damage.
still need a lot.
Listen, Laphicet.
What is it?
You can't trust her just because she said she'd protect you. Orders or no orders. Remember, Malakim are just tools to exorcists.
But she really did protect me.
I know you feel you owe her for that, but do you have to look so happy about it?
Sorry.
I'm not asking for an apology. I just want her to know that we've all got an eye on her, no matter how close you two get. I want her to understand that I come first.
So, what do you want me to do?
Let's see. To put it simply, I'm number 1, and Eleanor is number 2. Got it?
I get it. You're number 1, and Eleanor is number 2.
Right. I'm number 1. Wait, this is kind of stupid, isn't it?
It's alright. I understand.
That's not what I mean.
Oh my goodness. Hey, there's a hunt over there. Hey. Alrighty, so I just need you to... Here, you come on, walk over here. Come on. Come on. Okay, are you gonna de-aggro anytime soon? No? No? Okay.
I don't think we have a chance!
Oh, okay, there is a heaven spell right there. Okay, that was consuming bomb. That was consuming bomb. There we go. Going on, Smiggly?
I thought we were done for.
What is going on? I'm just playing some more Tales of Berseria. Trying to grind out this game as best I can. Floric boots. Alright, you got the waistcoat. All right, congratulations. You mastered battle boots. So now I give you amber boots. You've got the wind ring. mastered Void yet. Yeah. Top 5 is really good. Or top 10 is really good. Top 5 is also really good. But I mean, considering how many players there are playing Rocket League, you know, even probably top 100 is still really freaking good. All right. I'll have to go around some other way.
A candle? What's that doing here?
Oh, I think these were used to keep robbers away. Like wards around old kings' tombs. I've read about this. There's a trick to the stone. It reacts to heat.
Heat, huh? Then there's only one thing to do.
Yeah, that's kind of a silly puzzle. When's your next match, Smiggly?
You better be ready.
This fight is over.
You'll be rust on my blade. See this? Very flash! But I'm this close. I want this! Form zero! Next! Armor crusher! See this? Shooting star! One day!
Did you see that? I beat it!
Floric garment. Alrighty.
I don't think we have a chance!
27.
Hold up!
That's pretty hard.
You're right! You wronged me! Here's your justice! By the order!
Armor crusher!
I'll help you! Crushing wind!
Hold up! Shooting star!
Oh, I didn't know that one was there. What do you got? 3,000? Wow. Wow, you freaking serious right now?
It was a close one, but I am the victor.
All right, well, keep at it, Smiggly. I think you got that. No problem. Is it like best 2 out of 3 or best 3 out of 5? Or is it just one match takes all? Best of 3s, okay. Okay, so that's the candle. So this is the way I'm supposed to go. Oh, was not expecting that.
I'm ready for this.
Let me see this guy's hit.
Not bad.
You too.
Okay, so that's where I came from. So I just need to...
Don't get overconfident. I can't even call that a fight.
La, 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 la. I've been good, man. The only... I haven't really done anything special. You know, I've just been working for the most part. So I'm just trying to keep on working while I can. And, you know, stream on the off hours. Nice, man. I've actually been really tempted to take a small break from Berseria to play some Smash, or to do like a block of Smash and then swap over to Berseria. I've just been having them cravings.
Always be on guard.
Wow. Wow.
pity or compassion from me.
Take.
Oh my gosh, I still don't have that last material I need. Oh, so you make logos. Do you have any examples of the logos you make? Love to see.
On to battle!
Wow, that is just crazy. Yeah, let's take a look.
Come on.
Hey, I like that. I dig it. I dabble in Photoshop a little bit myself,
Always be on guard.
but I've been kind of struggling with what I want my logo to be. I've been spending a lot more time thinking about it, and I guess doing drafts than actually doing any finalized things. But so far, nothing that I've come up with I'm particularly happy with, so I gotta I'm keeping at it. Oh, I was about to swap right there. Oh yeah, it's I went to art school, and so I fully know that creating something that what you want and to match how it looks or how you envision it to look, it just takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and sometimes you just gotta scrap all your stuff multiple times. Come on, man, you gotta stop wasting those. Oh, you just got Photoshop yesterday? That's pretty good. I know people I went to school with who couldn't even do that with 4 years of Photoshop. All right, let's buy more of those. Oh, this is going to be an expensive thing here. Because we don't have any of these and none of these are mastered. Got plenty of those. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that there's a struggle for me to go into the graphic design business. Oh, really? You did bid on some. All right. Do you have a portfolio already? Or are you still working on that? I'm gonna buy that, even though it's super expensive. We'll get another one of those. Okay. So I want to sell items now. So we're just going to sell all of these because I don't think they're used for anything. Wow, that sells for a lot. It's just kind of weird that these things are just sellables. Oh, look at that damage. Alright, let's dismantle some stuff. Can I spend any of this stuff that I have 99 of? Man, I have 99 of this stuff. And I just can't spend it on anything. Oh well. Let's see. We want to. Oh, that's going to cost a fragment. You're using the. When did you master that? I like to make some stuff on my free time too. Mostly what I've been doing is kind of world building stuff for a world I'm creating, but nothing too special. Oh, I forgot about that. Anybody else got anything mastered? Hey, Phil Photon. How's it going? You mastered the waistcoat. Yeah, we'll give you that. Wait a second. I am 17 hours into the game. So somewhat far, somewhat not far. I think I still have a long ways to go. You know what? I'm gonna sell this worthless stuff. It is better than Zestiria. Although I will say that I did not dislike Zestiria as much as everyone else did. Oh, I'm selling stuff that I haven't. Okay, we're good on that. I didn't think there was really anything significantly wrong with Zestiria. You know, the quality wasn't the best Tales game, but for me it was by far nowhere close to the worst. I enjoyed playing it. Don't regret playing it. Gosh, I have so much junk. Yeah, the battle system was pretty unexciting. The same kind of goes for most games that came out after what's it called? Graces. Graces had the best combat. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Good there. Gotta get rid of all these boots. Oh, I could sell these if I wanted to. Why didn't I think of that? Hey. Allows the use of martial art derivatives under certain conditions. That's helpful. Whatever that means. I actually didn't even encounter some of the broken stuff that you could do with that game, but I did read up on a little bit of it. Um,
Well, if you aren't the craziest demon, your body's harder than your own sword.
Who's this? That's Lord Shigure, one of the only two-legged exorcists in the entire abbey.
A legate. Same as Melchior.
Eleanor! Fancy meeting you here. What the hell happened to you? You get captured by a demon? Or are you a turncoat?
I'm...
Don't matter. I do my own thing. I got no standing to tell you how to live. Still, today's my lucky day. Never thought I'd encounter the one and only Stormquell.
Shigure, I think someone over there wants your attention. He looks lonely.
You're right, I'm being a jerk. Just can't pass up the chance to tease my little brother.
what?
Can I, Rokuro?
Your brother?
You haven't changed a bit, Shigure.
You go blind, dumbass? I'm bucket load stronger now. You're the one who hasn't changed, I bet. You still hung up on trying to take me down?
The one you want to beat in a fight? That's him?
I'm not who I was that day either, brother.
Oh, wait. You're a demon? Ha! Now it's getting good. But I wonder, has that really changed anything? When my real storm howl breaks your sad reject again, you gonna piss yourself like last time?
I'll handle him. Laffy said, no matter what, I need you to stay out of it.
All right.
Oh, I gotta control him. Oh man, thanks for the follow, Phil Photon. I appreciate that.
Too long since we crossed swords, brother.
I don't know how to use this guy. I only used him a couple times. Oh, I wasted that. I think that's a counter. Is that a counter? Yes, it is a counter. Oh.
You're not too shabby. You're feisty as a demon. I like it. But alas, I think our fight's over.
Rokuro! What? My body!
I said stay out of this! We're just getting started. No backing down for you this time, huh? But we're done for today. Oh, calm down, Rokuro. We could have a real fight sometime if you actually brought a decent sword. Go ask that old bastard there to make you one. I'll be waiting.
Who?
That demon in the armor, Kuragane.
The blacksmith from the story.
I'll be waiting for you at Port Cadnix. Unless you can beat me, you ain't getting off this island.
Who are you to decide that?
You got a problem with it, lady? Best of luck, you demons. You'll need it.
Lord Shigure, sir! I'm on a high-level mission.
Eleanor, babe, I get it. You've gone rogue. Have fun with that. I see you again, I'll kill ya.
He wasn't even trying yet. You can tell.
But if we all fight him together...
That won't work. But there is another way.
What are you talking about? What way?
Follow me.
Rogoro!
Oh, snaps. I do have the item to switch controlled characters. I actually just recently found out that I can even not only can I swap with the, like up and down on the control pad, but I could also swap laterally as well, which I did not realize I could do.
Velvet, aren't we going after him?
This is his fight. It has nothing to do with me.
But Shigure said he'd be waiting at the port. He may be a nutball, but I don't think he's fool enough to let us slip past.
Exactly. And as a swordsman, he's even more skilled than Artorias, and that's saying something.
We're mice with our tails pinned, and the cat's licking his lips.
At the very least, Kurogane seems to have some kind of plan.
Fine. We'll hear what he has to say.
Also, that cat, I think, was in Zestiria.
What was that fat cat creature with Shigure?
You mean Morgrim? She's a Moloch. She just looks different.
And?
And what? She has all the abilities of a Moloch. I'm not trying to keep anything from you. All I know is her name and that she's a Moloch.
Huh.
Lord Shigure is an exorcist legate, but he's also a warrior who can match exorcists or demons even without the use of Moloch arts. Since no one has ever seen Shigure use an art, Morgrim is considered one of the 7 wonders of the Abbey.
The 7 wonders of the Abbey.
No one knows Morgrim's capabilities, or even the details of Shigure's pact with her.
No one! Except me, that is!
Huh?
This is all highly classified, but Morgrim is incredibly lazy. The price she demanded of Shigure for making a pact with her was grooming and defleeing.
Anything else?
Oh, and on a point of sensitivity, she's chubby, not fat. She may be our enemy, but she's also a woman. You should try not to hurt each other's feelings.
Anything else?
Her thick eyebrows are all the rage with Malakim, so much so that false eyebrows are expected to be the next big thing.
Well, if he's that strong without Moloch arts, I don't want to see what he's like with them.
Are you about to find out? Surge Tankian, huh? I actually only have one experience of who... I mean, so I guess I would say I have no idea who that is, except I've seen him in a song. And that's the extent of my knowledge of him. Oh, come on. Is that not my stun? Oh. I just wasted that. Then I got it back. Oh, that actually hit something. That's what I thought was System of a Down. The only song I'm familiar with him is a track by Tech Nine. The name is escaping me. Man, how can I not? Straight out the gate. That's what I'm thinking of. satchel. Did I go over there yet? Nope. Wow, I thought I was totally good to dodge that. Alright, I screwed myself over. I need to swap him. I don't like... Nope. Wait, why is... What's her face in combat?
Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
Okay, you go over here, you go over here.
You want me in? Fine by me.
We'll go like that. That way I could just quickly swap, not have any problems. Oh my gosh, I still haven't gotten the last item I need from this area.
Scout ship setting
I'm gonna hit level 10 before I get this item.
What were you thinking, Eleanor? Attacking a legate like that?
Well... I just thought Rokuro was going to die if I didn't intervene.
Oh? You'd kill one of your own allies for a demon?
I acted without thinking. Sometimes I'm too soft-hearted to a fault.
I'd say it's less that, and more just stupidity. You're supposed to be protecting Laphicet. Don't get yourself into trouble you don't need.
Even if one of her own is in danger?
Even then.
This kid must be really important to her. All right, I understand.
Laphicet, next time she acts up, stop her. Understand? We don't know what she's got up her sleeve.
Okay. Thanks for not telling on me, Eleanor. And I'm sorry I hijacked your body.
I understand how it feels to want to protect your friends. The problem's with those demons, not you.
But I think Velvet has the capacity to feel the same way too. At least when it comes to her brother.
Is that why you're staying with her?
I'm not sure. It's hard to say.
I have to figure out what's going on with this group. If I ever hope to wrest the child from them.
Oh, you know, I actually have listened to System of a Down tracks. Looks like Spiders is my my track of choice for them. And Smiggly, I too am glad that number 2 now has more personality, because he needed it.
I'll finish this
Man, destroyed.
If you want to live, get out of my way. Move it or die.
These guys are so tough to actually do anything to.
We're finished here. Let...
Move it or
Aren't you executing?
Come on, really?
You mastered something. Wow, my gosh. 286. Man. You mastered that garment, which means you can move on to the next one. Should give you that. Oh, Homeboy Slice is not in my party right now. Oh, that's why Magilu is in my party. Makes sense now. Not gonna lie, when I walked over here and I saw that right side next to that crystal, I thought that was the Master Shield from Zelda. And I don't know why. Wow, this treasure chest seems extremely suspicious. It's not a mimic. Yeah, Eleanor is pretty solid. What is her stats looking like right now? 285, 256. So she's now better than Aizen when it comes to just physical damage. She's even better than Velvet when it comes to physical damage. I should probably use Eleanor a couple times.
Let's get started.
Weird going. Oh, you stole one of my things. Wow, and I didn't get the bonus for that. What is going on?
Where in the world do you hide all of that paper?
Eleanor is an enemy of ours. And what happened was, wow, okay, we're swapping Eleanor. So in a nutshell, Eleanor is an enemy, and we fought her a couple times. But she's an exorcist, so she can control the Molochs, basically what number 2 is, or Lockset is. And it got to a point where we went to go fight a certain big boss, the endgame boss. And you know, he totally wrecked us in total Tails fashion. And Waki saved us because he's more than meets the eye. So anyways, Loppy said I guess got injured, and the only way to save him was to have Eleanor make a pact with him. So even though she's our enemy, she's in our party.
I thought we were done for.
Because Eleanor and Velvet had a duel, and if Velvet won, she would join the party and follow her whatchamacallit, her instructions until she dies. And so that's the general gist of why she's in the party, because she lost a duel.
I'll finish this.
I'm gonna have to redo her art list.
Come on, really?
Interesting. So the way we have it is absorb HP is triangle. Yeah, it's not very nice, but Velvet is not a very nice person. Oh, so Burning Moon. We'll make... I want her to cast spells, but I really... Well, we'll just have to do it with this. Actually, no, that's... I don't like that. Rending Strike. So we'll go Vanguard into Double Rush. There we go, we'll try that. And we'll just keep the spell casting to her deciding and just deal with the consequences.
I'll end this quickly.
Oh, okay, you do that. Oh, I used that too quickly. Oh, you have 3 again. Man, slow is OP. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but it's pretty obnoxious.
If you want to live, get out of my way.
Somebody mastered something. Aqua Ring. Let's give you that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Triple, triple, triple.
I won't
Wow. What are you doing? Supposed to save that for the boss. He's dead yet, so that's hey. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Zombies first because they're irritating.
You're just lucky I made it quick.
Yeah. There are things worse.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get the zombie.
Another victory.
I don't know if you were here, Smiggly, but I fought a dire enemy or whatever, and it was crazy. It was a little bit earlier today, and I'd never fought one before, and the transition was really awkward, and so I finished the battle, and then the game just kind of like hung there and wouldn't do anything. So I was just running around in this this battle arena doing nothing, and I thought I'd broken the game. And then all of a sudden, these enemies just popped up, and there were 3 undead mages that didn't take any damage, and then there was another enemy. And he was just he wasn't that bad, but the fight was crazy. I just thought it was the coolest thing. So I'm hoping I can come across another one.
That was
But in order to trigger them, I have to... Come on. In order to trigger them, I have to get consecutive battles with high grade. Which means I have to link enemies together. Alright, I'm just gonna aggro you. And then I have to beat them.
I'll end this quickly.
Wait. Okay. You know, I'm actually pretty happy with Eleanor's fighting. It's pretty good. Of course, you burn your mystic art. I mean, it'll give me high grade.
Fly away, little birdie.
High-ish grade. I didn't even realize this is the way I was supposed to go. Okay. Who? Aizen's moves? His, Magilu has an art that does huge damage. It could be Aizen. One of them, I think it was Magilu, who had one that did like fire damage to the entire battle arena, which was insane, and it did huge damage. Don't. Oh.
Whoa! Look at all those swords!
That's what happens when the legendary blacksmith Kurogane toils so hard he forgets to die.
I gave up everything, thinking of nothing else but forging a sword that could surpass Stormhowl. And before I knew it...
You had traded your humanity for demonhood.
I see I'm not the only one. So great was your grudge against your brother, the inheritor of Stormhowl.
Well, guess we're not so different. You don't suppose you could hammer me up a new sword, do you?
I've forged countless blades over these long years, yet not one has proven a match for Stormhowl. And yet you still seek a Kurogane sword?
I'll put it like this. No matter how much you've failed across the centuries, you've never broken. Well, I'm the same way. If anything can break Shigure and his god blade, it's the bitterness I carry.
Strangely enough, seeing you and your brother has given me an idea that might work. I will forge you a new blade.
Should we get some Brightstone?
Nope. No need for that.
Huh?
Should I take it from the top?
If you would. My arms are all I'll be needing.
What are you doing?
Don't be alarmed. I'm just cutting free some raw materials for the sword.
You see something new every day.
You need his head to make the sword?
That's right. With this fine clump of pure resentment, I shall forge your imitation Stormhowl anew.
No. I only keep this imitation as a reminder of how weak-willed I was in the past. To defeat Shigure, I've perfected the art of dual wielding, a secret Rangetsu technique.
All right. If that's what you prefer, a pair of short swords it is.
This guy's gonna melt down his own head to make little daggers.
We'll wait outside.
It's pretty crazy that he has this Sephiroth long sheath for a sword that's a tenth of the size.
The ship is on its way, right on schedule.
Of course it is. They don't have the Reaper on board.
One more thing. Apparently, Shigure is Artorias' bodyguard.
So we'll have to face him down sometime, no matter what.
It's in our best interest to get rid of him while he's working alone. The problem is, Rokuro can't beat him by himself.
Agreed. Shigure is not to be trifled with.
Certainly. That's why, when Rokuro creates an opening, we're going to take Shigure out.
You want us to meddle in somebody else's private quarrel?
If it affects my own quarrel, yes.
I suppose I'm in the same position. Besides, I can still use him. There's no sense in throwing his life away.
Rokuro's not really a guy to care about the big picture. He might try to hack your limbs off a bit, but he'll get over it.
Hey. Hooray, I got the last freaking thing I needed. And now I can go to the next area.
I made Bienfu rush out to the docks to scout the place out. Pretty smart, am I right?
I pity that creature sometimes.
That Kurogane, though, what a character! Giving his own body to forge a sword, like some kind of ritual sacrifice.
Ritual sacrifice. It's certainly something only a demon would do. It was a necessary sacrifice in order to gain power.
A necessary sacrifice. What a vicious turn of phrase.
Indeed.
Still, I can't say I'm not thrilled to see how it all turns out. If what you give is mere meat for a god's morbid lunch, could there be a more trivial sacrifice? But if the offering is one's own body and soul, even a single hair can be portentous. I wonder which he will have been in the end.
You're too smart for your own good.
Rokuro, Kurogane, I just do not understand them.
You saw them. Demons. We're crazy.
Sure, but they go through life with such crystal clear sense of purpose.
Even demons have things they're not willing to let go. Or do you think us mere animals, running around killing people left and right?
I know. I understand demons still have a certain consciousness, but I look at those two and they seem passionate, like normal people.
Well, I've yet to meet a human so passionate he'd chop his own head off.
Do you have a purpose like they do?
I do, in fact. Ever since Artorias used my brother as a sacrifice.
Typical demon nonsense. The Abbey exists to protect the people. Yes, sometimes cold, painful decisions need to be made to protect the many, but they never stoop to human sacrifice. Besides, as Shepherd, Artorias will cleanse the world of...
If that's what you think, ask the precious Shepherd yourself. Ask him just what he did 3 years ago.
He wouldn't. He'd never...
Oh, he did.
Rokuro wants to slay his brother, even if it kills him. And Kurogane had his own head lopped off just to forge powerful swords. How do those two find it in themselves to go so far?
It's just how they are. They're demons. Not exactly normal.
Yeah, it's scary. But I also kinda admire it. But me, I don't have anything I'm that desperate to accomplish.
Not yet, you mean. In time, you'll find something.
You really think so?
Almost certainly. But don't feel you have to go and risk your life over it. You're not a demon, and you should stay that way. You deserve a normal life.
Okay.
But never mind. Just the foolish ramblings of a demon girl.
Bad news! A group of praetors have left the docks and are headed this way! They said they were coming to purge Eleanor the traitor!
Purge?
Velvet, what do we do?
We take them head on. And you're fighting with us, Eleanor.
An order, I presume.
It is. Protect Laphicet, and defeat the Exorcists.
All right. I understand.
Just remember, if we lose Eleanor, Laphicet will turn into a demon.
I haven't forgotten. But we need to pool all the resources we have. She needs us for her own ends. And we'll use that to our advantage in this fight.
Just don't push your luck too far, Velvet.
And so recently was she a noble, upstanding young exorcist. How quickly one falls when entering Velvet's dark orbit.
Ask me if I care.
Why is Magilu's writing so good? Tunnel depths. There was some items in this guy's thing. Really. And yeah, I totally agree with you, Smiggly. That kid is on quite the adventure. Alright, so I'm headed that way. It's so lifeless without any enemies around. Hey, it's an enemy.
Scary things.
It's so chaotic when... Okay. This is becoming a problem. You need to stop rearranging my party. Alright? Aizen is in my party.
If I'm in this 100%.
Actually...
Traitor Eleanor, you should be ashamed of yourself, cowering to demons.
Your collusion could spell disaster to the Abbey if left unchecked. The only possible atonement is your death.
As far as I know, enemies do not spawn back. Maybe if you like leave the area for an extended period of time.
You've betrayed the people and sullied Artorius' ideals.
No, that's not... Velvet, she's testing me. I know I have to fight. My mission calls for it. But any more of this will kill them.
Time for you to die and be purged!
Eleanor! I can't do it. I can't kill them.
I'm not done yet.
There. Now we're even, Eleanor.
You've got new swords! Sinister. I like it.
I take it you're ready.
Yeah. All that's left is to kill Shigure.
With me as a witness.
Keep on fighting like that, and you'll be killed. And if you get killed, Laphicet will lose his vessel.
I know that.
Velvet, wait.
You're not going to kill them?
I'm just not that hungry right now. I've got new orders for you. Fight the exorcists, but make sure they don't die.
Understood.
Come on, Velvet. You're being too big of a softie.
I guess that was as far as Eleanor could go.
I think so. Push her any further and she's bound to break.
Ever the virtuous exorcist.
That very virtue is what lets her be Laphicet's vessel. Besides, I can't help but admire her commitment. She's enduring total disgrace to accomplish her mission.
How uncommonly pleasant of you.
Pleasant folks don't use people the way we do.
Yeah, you've got that right.
Hey, Bienfu? I was wondering if I could talk to you about something that's on my mind.
I figured it was just about the time that you and I had the talk, actually. I've seen it all, heard it all, and even tasted it all in my time as a Moloch. Ask me anything you want.
Thanks. I was hoping you could let me borrow those books you were reading earlier, if that's okay.
You mean how to talk a human female into becoming your vessel, and how to get the cuties?
Hey! Keep it down! Keep it down!
But you and Madame Eleanor have already formed a pact. Why do you still need either of those books?
Well, it's like when we're alone together, things get so awkward. It's hard to talk with her, you know?
That happens a lot with Malachiman vessels who are still new to the whole thing. I've been there. In that case, I've got an even better book for you.
Whoa! You read a lot of books.
I'm just an avid learner is all. Now let's see. Oh, here we go. Hot Spring Topics. Bearing your body and your soul. Being upfront and honest is always the best policy.
I don't think we'll be bathing in any hot springs together. Do you have anything else?
All right, then how about after bath party games? Dropping your defenses and your towels.
Why do you keep trying to get us naked? I think that would just make things even more awkward.
Picky. Tell you what, you can just look at my collection and pick whatever sounds good.
Love hacking, living long and loving hard, diary of a diary thief, hands speak louder than words.
All classics. I remember reading them when Miss Magilu and I were struggling to get along. Oh, to be young again.
You ever think maybe things would have been easier if you never read these books?
Reading the mood. Knowing what to say and how to say it. That one's a winner. A must-read for sure.
Are you two reading something together?
We are. Laphicet's been worried about that awkward distance between you two, and he came to me for some advice. I've heard his side of the story, so let's you and I grab some tea and talk about what to do about it. Come on! Let's go!
Oh, okay.
Knowing what to say and how to say it. I don't think this will help either.
Oh, man.
I'll finish this quick.
Wow, I even guarded that and I still did. Oh, I got the armor one from that? It's really funny that he asked the end of all people
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Freaking Bienfu. Kurogane. This is what I get for killing all the enemies. No more enemies to fight.
You better be ready.
Yeah, Heaven's Claw.
I did good, didn't I?
Some scrub a dub dub in the tub with the rubber ducky. Oh my gosh. Where the heck am I going? Definitely not this way.
Always be on guard.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Move it or die.
Wow. The other one.
Is this also part of the Reaper's curse?
It's an angel's blessing as long as we win.
Equipment. Mastered the amber boots. So now we give you the calcite boots. Actually, we need to swap our people around.
Yeah, my time to shine.
Even though Aizen's really good. Rokuro. Actually, did he get any? He did. He's already mastered them too. Fascinating. Wow, look at the damage boost on magic attack. Holy moly. Less than 100? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm glad they didn't go through a whole cutscene for that.
Hey, Roku. Rokuro. Why did he call your storm howl a reject?
Well, you see, when blacksmiths make swords, they don't just make one at a time. They make a whole bunch. The best one of them all is the one that gets presented to the sword's commissioner, while the rest are tossed aside.
Huh. I didn't realize the standards were so high.
The head of my clan gets the real storm howl, and his siblings get the remainders.
So one is real, and the others are imitations?
I guess so. Shigure has the real one, and... yeah, guess that makes mine an imitation.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply...
Don't apologize. You got me to finally realize something. It might just be why I'm so hung up on beating him.
Oh.
And to Velvet, which Laphicet is real, and which is the imitation?
Oh, what are you saying?
She means my name. It's the same as Velvet's brothers.
Huh?
The one who went and got sacrificed by Artorias.
Surely you are mistaken. Our shepherd would never do such a thing.
But what else could make Velvet hate Artorias so much?
I don't...
So you have a truth, and Velvet has a truth. Now which is the real one, and which is the imitation?
Magilu. You instigator.
I challenge you!
I did good, didn't I?
Is this really going to be a dead end? Come on.
Here I come!
Hey, is everyone alright?
I should probably use these at some point. Okay, that's just taking too long. I gotta go around. Let's find out what's over here first. Okay, we'll break the rock first. And then we'll go in the creepy tunnel. Kind of thinking I should swap out Eleanor for Eisen. But Eleanor, well, you know, I haven't actually used Eisen. Eisen has better magic attack. That's about it. Yeah, we'll keep Eisen out. He's bad luck anyways.
You and Shigure both use the Rangetsu style. But to me it looked like you both fight completely differently. Why is that?
Our school encompasses two distinct forms. To the outside world, we're known for fighting with a single greatsword. But we also study dual short swords should need arise.
So, Shigure uses the greatsword, and you use the short.
In most schools, wouldn't the secondary technique be used primarily in support of the first?
That's true for us as well. We learn the dual short swords to provide sparring partners for those studying the greatsword.
Then why would you handicap yourself against Lord Shigure? He's no mere swordsman.
As I'm painfully aware, Shigure is a true master. We trained together since we were small children. I was his sparring partner for 10 years. His skill with the greatsword is godlike. So, in order to beat him, I took up the short blades. To our school, it might be secondary, but it's what I know best.
You're badly disadvantaged in reach.
If I eliminate my fear, I have a chance. If I can control the terror of being split in half and I can step inside his guard, he'll have 2 times the trouble.
Eliminating fear, huh? A style for someone who's lost his humanity.
Right?
It's like you two brothers are the very swords you carry.
Huh?
Stormhowl, a godlike sword known to all as the strongest there ever was. Stormquell, burdened by the ceaseless struggle to best the other. One, an exorcist who walks in the light. One, a demon moving through the shadows. The only thing these two polar opposites want
Is to cut down the other.
precisely!
Both are renowned blades. But I don't see what exorcists and demons have to do with it.
It's good storytelling, that's what.
Take a look at this.
This recipe looks real tasty.
Scout.
More garbage. Come on, man. You made me walk all the way over here and there's nothing. Not even a soul. I assume there's going to be another cutscene. No, oh, no cutscene. Hey, 110. Okay, okay. What do we got here? A spear that you have not mastered. A bracelet you have not mastered. I'll buy another one of those. I don't know if I want to buy one of those. Yeah, I'll buy one. Hey, peach gels. I'll buy a couple of those. I need gold scrap to do that. Oh, I can't dismantle those. Interesting. Yeah, I was expecting a cave too on the other side. That definitely caught me by surprise. Jeez. I don't need any of these. Oh, actually. Get rid of that one. Tranquilo. Yeah, this town is completely empty. When you dismantle something, you get components. If you see left side, which is actually this side, left side, very bottom, there's materials received. And when you dismantle something, you get those materials. And then, if you go to enhance, in the same spot, required materials, those are the required materials to upgrade your particular item. So, as an example, I will enhance that. Yes, they are used to upgrade items. Not necessarily craft them, but upgrade them into something else. No, I just used my floor. Dang it. Why did I do that? I'm actually going to do this because I have all the stuff to do so. No, that requires a lot. Ooh. So which one of these am I going to use? That one more than likely. Oh, those were using my silver scraps. I'm just not paying attention. Alright, here we go. Oh, there he is. Are we ready? Roku does not have whatchamacallit.
You want me in? Fine by me.
Alright, here we go.
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out? Fine, I'll find out for myself.
Rokuro, we can handle the exorcists. Go and find your victory.
Thanks.
All right, let's get down to business.
Was that in the game? I heard crazy noise. Oh, why am I using...
I want this to be fun. Come on, bro. Don't hold back.
Shut up! Don't play games with ready to die! Think you can dodge?
What are you doing? There's a boss in this encounter. You didn't even kill it.
Swords you got there.
Take a good look, because they're going to cut you down.
Yeah, that's right. Get into it. Keep it up. I love it.
Stop that. You guys are not killing him with that. You died. You just ruined this encounter. Sorry.
Not bad at all. But I'm not done yet. You put up a good fight. I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir.
Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you! Take this!
Now that was clever. Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here. Listen up. If y'all want any hope of beating me, come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
There we go. That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious. It's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows by now that you're a traitor.
That guy, he was really strong.
Yeah, he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Please, take me with you. I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me. You heard him, Kurogane.
Many thanks.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo?
Yeah, we're headed for the Isolde Archipelago in Southgand.
Okay, that was a fight, and I got bodied, but I won. If you didn't see, I got his HP down low enough, but it wouldn't win me the fight. He just automatically executed his Mystic Art, which made me a little sad. But yeah, that was actually kind of cool. The whole dynamic there is nice.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash, and could devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right. If I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good. Just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all. But you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself. And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
What a nice person. Right. Totally up to date. Didn't miss a single one. And yeah, she did say she was good with her hands. Eleanor.
I'm ready for this. This fight is over. I'm ready for this.
Oh, I failed.
This fight is over. I'm ready for this. I did it!
I got it.
This fight is over.
Whoa, I did it.
I'm ready for this. I did it!
Come on, you need to stop doing
This fight is over. I'm ready for this. I did it! Who's next? This fight is over. I'm ready for this.
That's what I need to use. I just need to equip that art.
This fight is over. I'm ready for this. Blade, pierce through! I did it! I did it! Blade, pierce through! I did it! How did this happen?
Come on. I did
This
it.
fight is over.
I don't have a set for Eleanor. We all celebrate with Kappa.
So, you guys made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry. Thank you.
I'm glad you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
Bandit cuisine?
Yeah, you get your hands on all sorts of food as a bandit. You gotta use what you have, and still make a tasty meal. Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs. Or highwayman's stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. But I'd still love to visit after you open.
Really? All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
Of course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
A mushroom omelet without the eggs. So, mushrooms? Big money. Okay, let's go up here. Go inside the inn. I didn't even see that. I can't go in any of these. So he has a talkie thing. Oh, so I have to stay here for the night to get the talkie thing.
Did you need something?
No, not really.
As you say.
Why aren't you training with 2 swords?
This is how I've always trained. 10,000 practice swings a day since I was a kid. I just wanted a single good swipe at Shigure. So I swung, and eventually just naturally got to this point.
That's incredible.
Not really. I need to be prepared to face Shigure at any moment. But I've been thinking I should up it to 100,000 swings.
100,000? Do you have any idea how much time that'll take?
Nah.
Even if you did 1 swing a second, you couldn't do that many in 1 day.
Oh? But 10 swings a second would do the trick.
Rokuro.
Even still, I know it would take more than 100,000 swings to be a match for Shigure. Not with 1 sword or with 2.
And you keep doing it, despite knowing it's pointless? That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to defeat an undefeatable adversary. The whole damned idea is daft, as you put it. All I can do is recognize the fact and give it my best shot.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
If only I could figure out how to stay up all night and still feel rested. Now there's a challenge I can't beat.
You need to go to bed. A lack of sleep will get you killed faster than a lack of practice.
You're right. I'll do that.
Okay. It's a little weird that he trains with a 2-handed sword when he uses 1-handed swords. You would think that's counterproductive. You know, you want to be the master of dual wielding. You don't practice something completely different to accomplish that. You'd think.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years. Now, I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years? And still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith, especially here on this island.
But I heard many swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kadnik's weaponry has always been prized in Midgand. The Abbey recognized our talents, and now, business is booming. All the Smiths here are grateful to the Abbey. They're keeping all of us alive and fed.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand? I thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bluntwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever. Think of this as a dry run for when I really kick the bucket.
Aye, aye, First Mate. More importantly, are you sure it's okay to bring an exorcist aboard?
I've got my eye on her. If she does anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it! We'll be on our guard, too.
We'll be on our guard, too. Arr. Oh, really? I have to go there? I wanted to go to the other place. Alright, man.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Ifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Ifried accepted us for who we are, and took us all on board.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind? How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Ifried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir. All hands, assume emergency positions.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand.
Like sand?
Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
I can't allow our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right. We'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh?
Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
You're a witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse!
The Reaper's curse?
A bearded sea, yeah. That guy in his description made no sense. I'm still lost.
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves. It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows the cause for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Salatoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
What do we get?
Take a look.
A triple loss.
Scout ships.
That Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
I don't think that's how witch trials work.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokuro was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was, and it frightens me. But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak, and act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man. I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokuro lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
Okay. Can we play a different game? No.
A bit ago, a manacled body got caught in my nets.
Manacled? A prisoner?
You too? Yesterday, my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles, even a brand on that one. I really can't take this anymore. I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
You said it. Judging by the tides, they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Or it's for experimenting on demons.
Experimenting? What do you mean?
Testing the demons' capabilities. That's why they need prisoners. Food for the monsters.
Not a bad theory.
Just kidding. There's no way the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
You sure think of some crazy ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy. He's pretty sharp.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of it for now. We wouldn't want pirates and demons sneaking up on us.
I think we'd notice if pirates or demons were around. No way they'd catch us unawares.
I can't tell if he's sharp or dull as a brick.
No way they'd catch us unawares.
Let's see what's inside the warehouse. A lot of people. Don't mind me, I'm just reading your stuff. You guys don't need it after all. It's charity. All right, I'm gonna end it here for today. I need to make some food because I am hungry. Very, very hungry. But I appreciate you watching. It's been a great day for streaming. Great day for progressing through the story of Tales of Berseria. I'm gonna be back Monday, 5:30 PST. We're gonna continue with this. Looks like we probably only have maybe 20 more hours to go or so. So another 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks maybe. We'll see. But I appreciate you watching. 5:30 PST Monday. Peace.